Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. Alright, this video I am finally getting around to giving you my review on the Toreador or Toreador. What do you guys call it? Toreador? 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 I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. So I'm going to give you guys a full in-depth review of this vehicle. So make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe, turn notifications if you're new, all that good stuff. You know it's going to be a banger, all right? You can find it in Warstock Cash and Carry, $3,660,000. Let's start out with some of the armament with it. The machine guns on this vehicle are nasty. They are devastating. You can destroy NPC vehicles within seconds. I mean, you pretty much touch them and they're done. So very good with that. The missiles come right out of the gate, and we'll do some testing on those in just a minute. But the machine guns on this vehicle are nasty, okay? Let's switch it up and get into the customization. Listen, I'll be honest, man. This vehicle I think is ugly. I think it's a very ugly vehicle. The Stromberg is the vehicle that we would compare it to. Now, I know there's videos that are like, out there that are like, what vehicle is better, the Stromberg versus the Toreador, or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, the Toreador is going to be probably the better vehicle because of one feature, and that's going to be the Curse Boost. Yes, this vehicle has Curse Boost technology. It makes it one of the fastest vehicles in the game, land vehicles, almost as fast as the Vigilante. So easily top 3, maybe even the second fastest vehicle in the game. And you can use that boost in the water because this vehicle is a submarine just like the Stromberg. So, however, I do think the vehicle is very ugly. There's not a lot of customization to it. It's got the liveries and that's about it. However, for this type of vehicle, we're not really going for the looks so much as the functionality. And yes, it can be stored in the submarine. So that is a big plus right there. Now, I've never used the Toreador in the sub. I've really only used the Sparrow for all the missions. So how much of a benefit that is, I don't know. But I just know that having a sub, being able to be stored in there is good to go. And I also believe you can put the Stromberg in there as well. Don't quote me on that. I haven't tested it, but that's what I've heard through the grapevine. It's not even a saying anymore. Anyways, but I know for a fact the Toreador can, so that's a big deal. And we're talking about the Toreador in this video, so let's continue on with it. Now, because of those features, because it has the Curse Boost, because it can be stored in the submarine, that's going to kind of give it, primarily with the boost, give it that edge over the Stromberg. Now, again, I like the way the Stromberg looks, but the having that Curse Boost is a huge beneficial feature. And again, we'll talk about that a little bit more. But with the customization, you got a lot of cool stuff in terms of, paint, liveries. But that's really about it. And again, I just think it's a very ugly vehicle. Not a lot to it in terms of its looks. You know what I mean? It's whatever. You got some sun strips you can put on there. That's pretty cool, right? And you know me, if it's a $1 million vehicle, let alone a $3.6 million vehicle, it better have some good customizable options. And we're just not there with it. But I can look past it for this type of vehicle because of, the other features that we have with it. Because of the features that, it's a submarine. It's got missiles, and we'll talk more about the missiles here in just a moment. It's got the Curse Boost. It can be stored in the submarine. That's pretty epic right there. That's a big deal. And this is another vehicle that you can use to counter against other vehicles like the Mark II or even jets that are out there. And even other vehicles that or other people that are in land vehicles that are trying to grief you. So it does have that benefit to it. So that's important to understand, all right? It is a rear-wheel drive vehicle. And it's a sports classic, so the sports classic is kind of dominated by the Turismo classic, but you're not going to be able to use this in a lot of races because it has that Curse Boost. So keep that in mind, okay? The missiles are, I probably shot about 50 of them. It's unlimited, so that's a big deal right there. You can outshoot a lot of vehicles. You can outshoot the Mark II because they are unlimited. These missiles track incredibly well. It's just like the regular Stromberg. They track very, very good. In terms of defensive capabilities, it's not bad, especially against rockets. So the Mark II, that's 3 right there, 4, 5, and then on the 6th rocket, it gets taken out. Now, of course, with different people testing, you'll see some inconsistencies depending on where people are from in the world, different servers, and whether you're on PC or whatnot. A big issue, though, even with boost being used on this vehicle, because the whole damn door's glass, you can be shot out of the driver's seat right through the windows because, there's no bulletproof glass. So that is the issue right there. Now, one of the biggest features of the Stromberg is that it was known in being able to counter against Mark IIs. It's going to be the same with the Toreador. You're able to combat against Mark IIs, but listen, I just don't see this vehicle being heavily deployed against Mark IIs out there. I don't think people are going to be using Mark IIs that much right now because of what's going on with the CAYO PERICO heist. However, it's still going to be something that you can use to counter against Mark IIs. The missiles just track so well, and because as soon as the enemy or a griefing Mark II player shoots his missile at you, you just kick in that curse boost. You will outdrive their rockets. You'll be able to dodge them. And because the rockets track so well with this vehicle, you're dropping a Mark II. Now, if you get ganged up on, that's going to be a different story. Okay, because it doesn't take that much to drop you out. So, like we said before, the Toreador is a submarine. It's a hybrid vehicle on land and in sea. And because you can use that curse boost, this is now, I guess, the fastest boat in the game. You can shoot your rockets underwater. You can have some really fun, battles underwater. You can lock on the targets above the, out in the sky. If someone's flying by, you can lock on and shoot missiles from under the water. You can also activate sonar in this vehicle, and you can locate those caches that will give you money in the game. There's like a new little cache thing. You go underwater, you put your sonar on, which you can activate in this vehicle, and each little box will give you 7,500, and you can make like 70 grand per day or something. That's pretty cool. And this vehicle can help you find those. The crush depth is pretty good, over 500 feet until you actually get crushed with this vehicle, so you can do some pretty cool exploring. Overall, I do think this vehicle is one of the better vehicles from this DLC. I don't think that you have to have it immediately. I don't. However, if you had to choose between the Stromberg and the Toreador, because of that curse boost, I would pick the Toreador, or the Toreador, whatever you want to call it. But for coolness and looks, and because it's a James Bond vehicle, I'm going to go the Stromberg all day on that. But versus between the two, it's going to be the Toreador. It's that curse boost is just too... It's too much of a beneficial feature on a vehicle like this. So, do you have to have it? No. But do you want it? And should you get it, eventually? Yes, absolutely 100%. So there you guys have it. Dozens and dozens of people have been asking me for this guide and this review. So here you go. You have it. Sorry it took so long. I hope everybody has had a great holidays. I hope everybody has had a great Christmas and everybody's enjoying it. I've traveled. I went and saw my family. I'm in a different area right now. So, I just really hope everyone had a good time. I hope Santa brought everybody all the gifts they wanted. And I hope you've been having a good time with your family and staying safe, most importantly. Okay, guys, no matter what, do your best to stay safe. If you did travel or if you have to travel still, please be smart and just keep your wits about you, okay? Thank you all so much for coming out of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, even though I'm sure you've watched like a dozen other reviews on this vehicle. You guys have kept on asking about it, so I wanted to deliver. I do try and pay attention to what you guys are asking and try and give you what you guys want. I think that's important. You know what I mean? So thank you so much for coming out. I really do sincerely appreciate you guys. All right, thank you all so much. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for the illest and realest content in the game. Smash that like button. See you in the next one. All right, peace out. Yeah.